Hey Dreamers, we're going to continue with the Dartboard, and I have sad news. Well, sad news, but I think I have looked a few times at my creation so far, and I'm not really satisfied with the rings itself, and I will explain you why. I redo I replaced the boards behind it a little bit to test a few things, and I painted a few stuff, and I came to my conclusion that the rings, basically these parts where you have to throw the darts in, is too narrow in comparison to what I see on pictures from an actual dartboard. And I looked at the bull again. I'm like, okay, so there must be somewhere that it goes wrong still. And then I looked at the bull, and then I saw, wait a second, the bull is still too narrow. So the bull should be a little bit thicker. That also means that the outer ring should be a little bit thicker. And I still think that this is way thicker than this part, but I'm not really sure. So so before we actually going to continue with the numbers again, I have to do something else. It's a little bit sad, but I do not see any other way. Because like I really need to fix this part before I can actually continue with everything else. So, if you're not really like interested in all this stuff, yeah, just wait till the next video, because like I think that this video is probably going to be me fixing a few stuff. Depends on how long it takes me, of course. So keep that in mind, that, that this video is probably going to be fixing stuff. So what I need to do is I'm going to place one there. So this one needs to be a lot bigger. And this is going to be super painful. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do the same with this one here. That I should do maybe with grids. So like this. Because the part where I'm looking at right now is that the iron stuff, they like these things basically, they are yeah, this is also tricky because I already moved that. Oh, let me just move it back there. I can easily just pull this out without worrying too much. Yeah, so what is going on? I look at the original dartboard. The spines, or like the spots between the first, like basically just between here, like this one, between here, where my cube is, that needs to be a lot smaller. So it actually goes into an arrow, but like a very small arrow. And then I was like, okay, so that's what we need to do. But it also means that the ring needs to be okay, one sec. I need to, because they reach this point, right? This is basically what I need to reach, like with the size. So basically this is, but that's not correct. So how am I supposed to do this? That's a very good question. Because it shouldn't be like this at all. So I am a little bit confused about this part. It is either that that they are not like exactly. No, it must be. It must be. Because it cannot be anything else, like, because we cannot. Yeah, that's no. I am doing something wrong. I am definitely doing something wrong. I need to think. What if we? No, that doesn't make any sense, because like the further we going away, the smaller these, or the bigger those gaps going to be. And when we getting closer to like the center point, the smaller the gap's going to be, right? Oh. So it should be more. Should be more like this then. This should actually be the case. I can maybe move this a little bit. Oh, I should be very careful not to. Need to be careful, like, needs to be equally. It's more likely. It's closer. It's closer, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Let me just reuse this. And I think what I now have to do is, let me see. I want to try to make it like as right as like correct as possible with this one. For example, rise of graphics terminal, but this is just for whatever reason. Okay. It is good. It is the same parts in between. That's crazy. So this is actually good. But what my problem lies, because like I painted outside of the recording real quickly to see how it looks, how it turned out to be, and or it's either like my eyes are deceiving me, or it's still that the iron parts are still a little bit too thick. So and Okay, I will show you really quickly what I'm talking about. So if we paint this, I'm just going to paint this. The base color is black. So right? And oh, yeah. 1 sec. I need to do something. Make sure that's in the center. Okay, it'll a little bit off though. Make sure it's exactly like this. Because like I need to do one more time this. That the 20 is at top again. Okay. So with the painting part, let's say if we paint this red, let's use cube for this. Let's not use the grids. So I know that like I should have waited for painting, or like painting doing the last part of the, but I kind of want to show what my problem is. Now we paint this, right? Oh. 1 sec. I forgot to put kaleidoscope on. So 10, not 20, because like it's not everywhere red. I should maybe watch my old video back again, how I actually did it the last time. How I did it with the Secret Santa, because that dartboard was pretty much already like good. Okay, so now we have painted that, and that also means here. It could be just simple that these rings are way too big, basically. It could be something simple like that. Okay, and then this one should be green. Like so. Like on the good side, at least those rings, like the painting stays between the rings. So at least like we did the rings on the right spot, so that the painting not like overlaps other parts. So at least that is what we did right. As you can see, like everything is like exactly between those things. But if I look at this, it looks like, and it could be, I think it's just as simple as that the lines in between, like the iron basically, is too thick. And that's why I think that these spots where you have to push the darts in look so small. It looks so narrow. And can't really quite put my finger on it. what exactly the problem is. Because like I cannot simply go. I mean, technically I can. Oh wait, what? I'm in the wrong. Because like this is in the way. Oh, that one doesn't really matter. I can do like this real quickly. Oh, to give you a little bit of an idea. But basically, if you also do is like make it metal. Why is this one green? The heck? Oh. I was touching the wrong. Alright, so let's say 80% of metal. Shiny about 40%. Right, so maybe it's still a little bit too dark at the moment. But it's of yeah, it should be like this. Like it's not like very like visible on the board. And I think what my problem is that these lines are way too thick. But that's maybe why my eyes are deceiving me, because like maybe that's the case. But if I'm looking at like a side-to-side picture between a real dartboard and my creation at the moment, it still does look like that the outer rings are thicker than the bowl. But technically, it shouldn't be possible, because like the bowl should be just as thick as the outer ring should be. Just like what I did, right? My bowl is exactly the same thickness as my outer lines. And yet it looks smaller. And there's also another thing that I saw, if I look at side-by-side pictures, is that the space between each cake part is wider than the actual dartboard itself in real life. And I keep thinking, why is this? Why is that? Is that because they are not identical lines to each other? I don't know. I think they are not identical lines to each other. And that's my issue. But it should be. No, it should be. If I draw a line, I'm just looking at a picture right now, you cannot see, but if I draw a line like this, it continues on the other side. No, they should be identical. Because otherwise you cannot never make a perfect cake shape. If I'm going to do it like manually, then the cake shapes shouldn't be identical anymore. So, what my plan is, and that's why I said like I have some sad news, I think I'm going to redo them. And even though I'm not really a big fan of it, because yeah, or I can just like do it like this, move it like a little bit closer into the board itself. That is a possibility though, but it looks so but then you can really tell it's low quality, and it's also off the border now as well. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think that is maybe the reason why. That's very interesting. What's happening here right now? That is very interesting. What I'm seeing happening here. What could that be the issue? Because now I see that not so perfect as I thought it was going to be. Maybe I should just like grab the dartboard from my other creation and put it into it. then done. Okay. That one is now in between those lines. That should also be here. Yeah, it is. And if that's over there, it should also be here. Why does he say 89? Oh, whatever. Okay, here it's not. So that means this one needs to go down a little bit. And now it should, this should also be in between those two things. Yeah. Okay, so now, at least now we fix it a little bit. So now they're all like the same thickness, right? And yet, if I keep the comparison between the real life picture and what I have, still not good. Still not good. It's still not as how a real dartboard is. And how a real dartboard is. Maybe we do need to make the bowl thicker again. And then I will need to flip this back to normal for one moment. Oh. And move these to the sides. Oh. That means that the bowl has become bigger. Right. Yeah, so the bowl is now bigger. So if we do like this, so it's just a slight bigger now. We clone this. Okay. And this ring should be a little bit smaller. Like so. I might have to fine tune it later, but it's fine. Like so. Okay. So now the bull. Okay, so I made that a little bit. It is slightly. We don't have to do it too big. So now I'm just going to clone this. And now we know that we need to pull this out like here. And I think if I look at the border then, yeah, I think that's what we need to do. It's just that tiny little, just that itchy bitchy thickness that I was missing. And I think that got me a little bit off guard when I was creating this. So, now we just like have to move this to the other side as well. Move that. Make sure it's against the line. Oh. So. Let me come to clone this down. Make sure it's interesting that he says 91 degrees. Still don't know how he gets that, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we're going this up. There you go. And we also need to do that for the outer rings as well. But I think this is a good start to go for. This is going to be so tricky again. Because need to pull this down and slowly. And slowly make it bigger. Now we're going to check if it's good everywhere. Not really. There, is it good? As you can tell that here we have some space happening. I can maybe... I knew that this was going to be so painful. Trying to get 100%, 103%, come on. Oh man. I hate this. There you go. This should maybe be it. Pull this down. Make sure it's against that. Oh no. Okay, no, that's not good. That's not good. Wait, huh? I had 100%. It is 102%. I think I sort of have it. Yeah, I need to pull this down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so, okay. So that ring is done. And now we need to do the outer ring as well. Because that one is still, I think it's just that amount that actually is enough to what we have to achieve. And like I said, it's so small, but it was bothering me a lot. Okay. And need one more here. Put it away for now. Okay, so we need to do that with this outer. Come on. Trying the 102%. There you go. Huh? Oh. Okay, wait, this is not good. This is not good. This is definitely not good. Is it just 1%? That cannot be right. Oh. Actually. Yeah, no. Not perfect. But I can kinda live with this. Okay. So the next step is to move this like up again. Is that going to change a lot? Is that a big difference from what I had before? Or not? I don't know. But it's slightly bigger. Um, 8% still, okay. Okay. Let me yeah, we're already in the painting part anyway, so I can just... So crazy to me that's... Oh. Okay, let me just paint and see if this slightly change makes a huge difference. So we are a little bit wider now, but it's not, yeah, maybe almost unnoticeable. You're probably going to like wonder, Jack, you're too crazy. And I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like stuff like this is always like trial and error, basically. Is this better? I'll need to also do the inner circles. Come on. Okay. I know I should have. I know I said that I would do painting after. But I had to paint because, like, I need to know if things are going as I want it to be. Like where those irons are going. Yeah, I think that still the iron are a little bit too thick still. If I have to be completely honest. But on the other side, should I bother too much with this? Don't think so either. The bull looks so small. Right? It should be a lot bigger. I don't understand. I don't understand this. I'm clearly doing something different. Better. It's better. It's a little bit better. But it can also be that, like, the board, like I said, these things here are so damn small. Oh. The wrong sculpt. I think it's a lot better. It's a tiny difference, but I think it's enough. Personally, the only sad part is the quality is getting so low right now. And I do not really know how we can get a very high quality. Even though it doesn't really matter if you're like if you are further away from the board, but if you get too close, you can see that like all these flecks, right? And of course, I can do something like this. Make it a little bit cleaner. Yeah. I think I'm good with this. It's better than I had it before. It's not great, but it's better. it's not great, but it's better at least. So okay, now that now that I start with the painting, I can now finish it anyways now because yeah, I mean I already started it, so now I can just finish it anyways. So I'm going to be very carefully around the edges. Like so. I just hope that if people are ever going to use this asset, that they are like satisfied with it. I am not, but maybe it will come eventually when everything is like fully done. Maybe then I will be happy. But at the moment I'm like, it can be better. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Now we're also painting it. Definitely is an improvement. But my whole issue is, yeah, are these iron, I don't know how you call those things, but I think you know what I mean, right? Those things are, I wish I have had a little bit better, a really better quality, and B, a little bit thinner. I can still do it because like it's in separate sculpt. So once this is done, I can maybe still achieve it and still going for it. I want that. But at the moment I'm like, nah. Let's see how this goes. Then we can always decide later on if I want to fix that or not. think I'm good. I think that like when we're making it a little bit bigger, like the rings itself, I think it's it improved a little bit. Now the only thing that I'm still worried about a little bit, and it could be like optical illusion. If I look at it, like this still looks like smaller than this side, but it cannot be, because like we painted exactly in mirror mode, so, and everything is all the same everywhere. So technically, it's it's impossible to that the one side is smaller than the other one. I think it's just like optical illusion that it looks like that. Because like it's also down instead of up. I don't know. But I think that this is already so much better than I had before. Absolutely. I think this is so much better. Yes. So what are we going to do? And also these numbers, we still need to make the number still. Like it should be something like this. So yeah, the numbers we still need to make. And then we are going to I'm not so happy with the quality at the moment, but it is what it is. We are still at 8%. I mean, it's high for such an asset like this. And we're not even done. We also need to like the cabinet where it's in. We also need to make that in a separate sculpt. Maybe I'll make, I don't know, maybe I should do separate sculpts instead of into one. I don't know. It's a tough decision. A very tough decision. Maybe I should keep the a little bit of like this. I'll need to change the style. Not that one. This one. Then lower it a little bit to 20%. Yeah, that's fine. And this one. You might eventually also need to tweak. Eventually. But for now, I also need to know how is this going to look with some gadgets and stuff like that. So you have like proper lighting in here, you know. I don't know, just to check how it responds in reflection. Of course, it depends on how you're going to set up your environment, obviously. Always a little bit of like just doing real quickly. Some shaders. I think if you're like using the right tone with everything, we can come pretty far. But I think I wanna maybe use I think this one I want to have it more warmer mid-tones. The shadows a little bit. Also, the board reflects right now, which it shouldn't. So let's make it rough and a little bit metal, even though it's not metal, but just to make the board a little bit darker. Yeah, you can of course like always tweak eventually here and there, but even though I'm not happy with the quality, at least. So because like it looks so high, it looks so like low quality, and I'm already like in 88%, so it really doesn't add up much, like what I had in mind. But I don't know. I do not freaking know. Yeah, my most annoying part that I have is this. I can do and try to make it still. I mean, I can still think of like I can do the rings again and maybe make it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it in separate sculpts. I don't think that's super smart to do that. Okay, but at least we now know a little bit of like, okay, how is it looking with lights and stuff like that. Also have a puppet still machine. So 6% actually, not 8%. So the board is 6%. It's not bad. Not bad. It's not good, but not bad. Of course, I can make it like very low sculpt, but that's not my approach in this one here. Because like if I, of course, I can like lower the numbers. Right, there's a possibility to do so. But the reason why I don't want to go for that is because like I want to keep the quality high. My biggest issue are these rings here. I can not make them. This is the highest I can get. So I cannot really make them super high quality anymore. Mm, 7%. So I could like turn it 1 up. But that's pretty much it. %. I know this like it's a little bit weird because like I never do like when I'm sculpting like assets, I never make 10% graphics thermal assets. I never do that. But I kind of want to make it higher quality this time. Hey, my one is floating. That's weird. Don't know why though. That was super odd. That was strange. So yeah. I think I'm going to leave the video here. So basically what we're going to do in the next video, I know there was a little bit of like, I thought it was going to be a fixing video, but but it's also, I also did the painting anyways, because like I had to do the painting in order to see if the spaces were correct, and it's still, I'm still not super duper happy about it. It can also mean that maybe like the iron stuff, I can make it a little bit like shiny. But then things look smaller again if I do that. But do maybe like this. Maybe like this. But yeah, so in the next video, I'm going to continue in making the numbers around the board, because that is still what we need to do. So we need to make the rest of the numbers. I am going to think about the whole board itself, because like I am still not happy with the bullseye. The bullseye looks too small in my opinion. But but if I make the bullseye bigger, that also means I need like, oh man. I think that the bullseye is a little bit too small. And I can't really tell. But if that is going to be bigger, then the rest need to be bigger as well. What a dilemma is this one. But yeah, I will do this in the next video. I'm not going to work on this anymore today. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this video so far. Let me know in the comments, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. So I'm going to say goodbye, and as always, don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye-bye.